Finally, the offensive explosion we were waiting for from both of these teams. Warriors escaping with a 126-125 victory over the Kings yesterday. That evens this series up at 2 games apiece. Steph Curry finishes with 32 points, but he did call a timeout when the Warriors had none remaining with 42 seconds. Ouch. Kings, they would make the free throw and a three-pointer to pull within 1. Then, though, guys, they could not score again in the final 28 seconds. Shannon, to you, what's the biggest reason Golden State pulled out this win last night?
De'Aaron Fox passed the ball to Harrison Barnes, who couldn't make a shot. He couldn't hit the ball side of a barn yesterday, Skip. I think what happened, they did a great job of blitzing him, making him give the ball up. And when he lost the ball, Skip, because he's a left-handed guy, if he was right-handed, he could have saw Malik Monk had a better shot than him being left-handed with his back. And then when he reels around, he sees Harrison Barnes wide open. Yeah. Harrison Barnes had just missed a shot. First of all, why the hell he taking a shot with 17 seconds on his shot clock is unbeknownst to me. Agreed. Let's start with that premise.
Yep.
And then, Skip, he's been cold all day. He hadn't been close to making a shot.
Yep.
3 of 11, 1 for 6, 9 points.
So he was 1 of 5 from 3 when he took that shot.
From that at that point.
Yep.
I'm surprised that Steph did. Skip, when he did it, when they brought the double team, the trap Steph in the back court, and he called timeout, and I see Steve Kerr going to it, and I'm like, what? The man just called timeout. And then I'm trying to read his lip, and we know what happened. I was like, oh, Lord.
Oh, Lord.
I was like, did Steph just call a first, the first thing, I'm thinking Michigan, North Carolina.
Weber.
He just pulled a C-Web. I'm like, damn, Steph?
Yep.
At that point in time, I'm not thinking that I got a chance to, go ahead, foul Steph. Steph make these 2 free throws, go put us up by like 6 or 7. I'm home free.
Game over.
I'm home free.
Yep.
Lord and behold, they get a tight. They'll have the timeout, shoot the tech, and make a 3. So now it's a 1-point game. I was like,
De'Aaron Fox makes one that's just about from the logo.
Yes, I say now, if Steph makes this, if Steph makes this, come down here and makes this runner,
then you're good.
I'm good.
You're real good.
Yeah.
And he missed.
He missed.
Yes.
What's most surprising to me, I'm not surprised with Golden State doing what they did at home. I'm not surprised with what they're doing on the road because they only won 11 games. So why should we be surprised? I'm surprised by how the Kings are operating in clutch situations, considering they haven't been here. I know what De'Aaron Fox did in the regular season, Skip. He was second and fourth quarter scoring. He's the best player in clutch situations this year of anybody in the NBA. I know what the Kings represent offensively. I know how well they operate in the clutch offensively this year. But, Skip, they haven't been in the playoff basketball, playoff football, playoff anything is different than the regular season.
Agreed.
And they're not seasoned.
No.
They haven't been in these moments.
They are not seasoned.
But I can't tell.
I don't know.
The mistake that Golden State is letting them clawing back in this ball game, and now we go possession for possession. Because De'Aaron Fox, Skip, he can get the ball in his hand, and he's so quick, he can get any shot he wants, and if you come to get him, he's quick enough to get by you and dish and find somebody that's wide open.
Okay.
So that's what's most surprising with how well they're playing. De'Aaron Fox, he hadn't been in this moment. The world is getting an opportunity to see because a lot of people don't watch Sacramento. They come on late and it's Sacramento.
Agreed.
But you're getting an opportunity to see a guy become a star, become a superstar right before your very eyes. He's blossoming into that type of player.
Okay.
So I'm surprised with how well he and the Kings are playing in clutch situations, considering they had never been in these moments. I'm not surprised. Look, we know what the pedigree is for the Warriors, Skip. They've been there. They've done that. I'm not surprised that they're not winning on the road because they didn't win out of 41. They only won 11. So what am I supposed to take from that, Skip? So the series are playing out. I thought it was going to go at least 6. I thought Golden State, given who they are, could steal one of those first 2 games on the road. I'm not so sure now, Skip, and it looks like it's going to probably be a 7-game series.
Okay. That would mean that your Golden State Warriors are going to have to win a Game 7 at Sacramento.
Yes.
You love that?
No.
I don't love it.
I do not love it.
I'm sticking with the Kings, but I'll be the first to tell you I was extremely disappointed in the Kings because they tried every way, shape, and form to blow this game in the fourth quarter yesterday that Golden State kept handing back to them. Here, you want it? No, we don't want it. Here, how about this? No, we're going to throw it out of bounds. You want it again? No, we're going to give it right back to you so you can steal it right from us, and you can go back to Sacramento 2-all. Before I get to the last play, because I got a whole lot to say about the last play, I want to show you the 5 Sacramento turnovers just in the fourth quarter alone, because they're horrendous. Shannon, seriously, if I could take away 2 or 3 of these turnovers, I think the Kings win fairly easily.
Yes.
But every time, this is just one quarter. This is the fourth quarter. This is the quarter that De'Aaron Fox has owned all year. I'm saying, what are you thinking? Who are you? Because they're not sure. To your point, you're not seasoned. You haven't been here before. And Golden State is fighting for its defending championship life, right?
Yep.
Because if you blow this, and as it turned out, if Harrison Barnes' shot, which was on line, if it's about 6 inches shorter where it hits on the back iron and goes down, you're going home 3-1 down.
Yeah. And you can't feel, and ain't no way they feel. I understand that at Golden State, but man, Sacramento feeling real good going home with a 3-2 lead.
Okay.
A 3-1 lead, excuse me.
All right. Okay, so I'm going to start with these turnovers, and I'm going to show you in a row. This is 8:07 left. This is Malik Monk. He just loses the ball. They're down only 3 at this point. Malik Monk loses the ball. This is of the 5 turnovers. Here's Monk, and he's going, and he's going, and he just loses the ball. You can't do it. Can't do it. Next one's 5:44. 5:44, and De'Aaron, I'm sorry, was that? Yeah, it's Monk again. Lost the ball. They're only down 1. And then here we go again. And this is Sabonis, and he just loses the handle and loses the ball. They're only down 1 at this point. Then here we go. This is the most horrendous of all. What was that? That's down 2 with 3:35 left. And here's Davion Mitchell. He's got a shot, and he's got the basketball, and then he steps on the out-of-bounds line. I just showed you 5 straight turnovers.
And they only had 5 going into the fourth quarter.
Okay. Shannon, that's crumbling under the heat that's being exerted by the home team and the home crowd, because that crowd, when it gets cooking, it'll cook you on the court.
Yep.
And then Sabonis. I got so upset. Obviously, I'm rooting for the Kings because I picked the Kings.
Right.
But Sabonis was made of straw yesterday. He was like the straw man from The Wizard of Oz, because I realized, because I kept thinking this year, why did Indiana give him up? You know, why? You point out, he's 7'1". He doesn't play 7'1",
nope.
but he's got skills. He's a very good passer. And I thought, why would Indiana say no to that? Because you can't find, they don't grow on trees that tall, right?
Right.
And yet yesterday, play after play, he just looked so soft to me, because they were just daring him from the free throw line. You can have a free throw. He finally made one. It's just a free throw.
Right.
You can just sit on the floor. You don't have to jump and shoot. And then Looney would just dare him to drive the ball down low on him and score on him. Well, he's probably 3-4 inches taller than Looney, but Looney is much stronger, much more fiercer, much mentally tougher. So there's a play with 1:37 left. Sabonis has the ball underneath, and this is where you just, as Guy V. Lewis once said for the Phi Slamma Jamma Cougs, you just dunk the damn thing. That's what you do. You just dunk the damn thing. And here he is, and Sabonis has got a shot, and he is like, how soft is that? And it gets blocked. Don't you just go back up and jam it through the cup? This is a huge play in the game at this point, because you're down 3 and that could have cut it to 2.
Right.
All right. Now we get to Steph at the end of the game. Okay. First, I'm going to show you with 57.2. He's had trouble closing big games late in fourth quarters, because remember game 2 at Sacramento, he missed all 5 of his threes and 2 of them were air balls. And he's been notorious in his career for coming up small in big fourth quarters, and this was a huge one. But he played great up to this point. But with 57.2 left, he's got a 3-point shot that puts them up 8. Well, help me out. Isn't that game over?
I thought it was over at that point.
Okay, all right. So he takes a 3, if we could see it, 57.2. And I'm saying, if this goes in, it's good night. Good play by Draymond. He sets him up, and he fakes, I think it's Harrison Barnes, out of his shoes, and he missed it. And all of a sudden, here it is again. Yep, you can see they had a little play, sweet dish, and then let Harrison Barnes fly by, and he just was long with it. Okay, then comes the fateful timeout call. And he's trapped just past half court, and he decides, I'm going to make a really smart basketball play. I'm going to call timeout. But obviously, they had a challenge that they blew, and I don't know why he challenged, because Looney it was a moving screen, and he just rocked Monk. I think he rocked Monk and just knocked him to the floor, and you challenged. I don't know why, but sometimes the coach gets swept out because the players are all challenge. And you know how you are as a player on the field. You're caught up in the emotion of it. no, that was wrong. I think it was pretty right. And so he loses the challenge, and you lost your last timeout. And Steve Kerr took the fall for it. I should have impressed upon him as they're leaving the huddle. We don't have a last timeout, but obviously Steph's been doing this for a long time, and he has to calculate, we don't have a last timeout.
Skip, you'd be surprised.
It's too hard. It's just too hard. I'm not going to condemn Steph.
The coaches always reminding them, blah, blah, this, and you got this, we got this much time, we got no timeouts.
Okay. Then we get down to the 14-second mark, and Steph has a little sort of a runner floater from about 16 feet, if we could see this. And if he makes this, at least you're assured of overtime, because this is going to put it up to 3. And it's, for him, that's the free throw.
That's his shot, too.
He's a 90% free throw shooter, and I know you're moving forward, and you're not really in your free throw motion, but I was shocked he didn't make that shot, which brings us to the final play. All right, this is just me, and this is such an easy second guess, but you know how I always feel about LeBron. Remember, this is a one-point game at this point. So free throws matter, and if you can get to the free throw line, even though De'Aaron had missed a free throw with 6 minutes left, he missed one of 2 free throws. Well, that's a big point, but he missed it. The point is, do you space it out more for him? Do you give him more room to operate? You can go 1-4. You could put the other 4. You could put the 2 big guys down on the blocks, opposite sides under the rim. You could put Monk over here, and I can't remember, is it Davion in there or whoever's in the ball game? But you put them way deep in the corners, both corners. Now you've spread the floor. And again, is Draymond going to leave Harrison Barnes way down low on the blocks?
No, I wouldn't leave him down on the block, but I definitely left him like he did.
I'm going to get to him in just a second. But the point is, if you go 1-4 and you make Steph guard De'Aaron Fox with no help, they might come, that somebody might come to get, maybe Clay comes to get him or somebody else comes to get him, but if you space it better.
But if they got to come from far distance.
But if Harrison Barnes is going to come pick for you, now you got all kinds of issues because you bring traffic to a small area.
Well, why not run the pick with Malik Monk? He's a better shooter.
Okay, I'm going to give you a quick stat about Harrison Barnes because I do respect him. Do you realize, since they've been keeping the stat, let me pull it over here, since they've been keeping the stat of late and close, clutch shooting, this is in the last 5 seconds of games that are on the line.
Right.
They started the stat in 96, 97, so that's as far back as the stat goes. Would you believe that Harrison Barnes in last shot situations is 7 of 16 for his career? That's 40%. That is the single best stat in that category of any player in the league over time. Now, to your point, he was not hot-handed yesterday. But I think they know that he's got clutch guts to him, and he's not
afraid of the moment.
He is not afraid. So I have always respected his clutchness. So I didn't hate it, but obviously, De'Aaron Fox ranked statistically the best clutch player in the fourth quarter. Okay, and it wasn't even close. So help me out. I don't care what you do. You just don't want the ball to leave his hands.
I think once he lost control of the ball, so now I think he's in panic mode now.
All right, okay, but I got it. Once you get to that moment, you're in trouble.
Yeah, see, Steph did a great job.
Okay, he did a great job, and so did Draymond, okay? But Draymond was guarding Harrison Barnes.
Yes.
Okay, if you keep Harrison Barnes out of harm's way, then Draymond can't come that far up, I don't think.
And Skip, but why would you, if Draymond is guarding Harrison Barnes, why would you want to pick and deal with Draymond? Draymond had been guarding De'Aaron Fox.
And done a good job. De'Aaron was 2 of 7 on him. It wasn't like shut him completely out.
Call for the pick with Monk's guy.
Okay. What if you don't call for a pick, period?
Okay.
What if you make Steph, who's about, are we going to give Steph 6'3"-ish?
6'3". Okay. Give him 6'3".
Are we going to give De'Aaron 6'3"? That's what he's listed at. Yeah. Okay, so let's say they're the same height. Okay. Best player versus best player.
Yeah.
If I can isolate that at the top.
De'Aaron Fox on offense versus Steph Curry on defense.
But I'm saying Steph is a good defender.
Yeah,
and he's a ball stealer because he has led this league in steals before.
But I don't believe he's going to, in that situation, if you space the floor, like you said, properly, I don't believe he can stay in front of De'Aaron Fox.
Okay. Could De'Aaron get a 15-foot sort of fadeaway jump shot that he's money with?
Skip, how many times have we seen, he's won 3 games on last-second shot. Yeah. How many times have we seen him get to his spot 10 feet, 12 feet, and pull up? He can get to wherever he wants to on Steph. Okay. You just have to have it spaced properly so somebody can't come to help Steph.
Okay. So my pet peeve on LeBron, my constant theme on this show, dating all the way back to the old show, was LeBron, it's a one-point game. You're the greatest driver of the basketball I have ever seen, and he still is to this day. Nobody can play bully ball better than LeBron can today at his age and stage in his career. LeBron is different because LeBron is 6'9", 260, and to me in that situation, if he just puts his head down and plows straight ahead, they cannot keep him from the rim because he's ambidextrous. He's better left-handed than he is right-handed. So the power of it is unguardable and unstoppable, and the only way to stop it is to send him to the free throw line.
Right.
Well, can you just make one to tie, or could you maybe make two to win the game?
Right.
I like LeBron doing that better than him pulling up from three and taking some logo three because he doesn't want to go shoot the free throws.
What about in the playoff situation? They don't call ticky-tack stuff normally.
You could be right, and this was at Golden State. Okay, so now I'm different with De'Aaron Fox versus Steph because, you know what? At home, in that building, Steph is not going to get a ticky-tack foul call.
No.
You're probably, it's probably going to be let them play, right? It's probably going to be you're on your own, De'Aaron Fox.
Yep.
So he's not big enough or strong enough to go attack the bigs and get a foul call. Right. So to me, that would be disaster. If he drove it all the way in and got all the way to the rim, was Looney still in the game? I think he was. I'm not even sure he was. But whoever was in there, Draymond or somebody's going to challenge him at the rim, and I don't like his chances there. Right. But I do like his chances versus Steph from 15, 18 feet.
I don't think he's going to go all the way to the rim, especially if those bigs are in there. He's probably going to get to a point and pull up, probably shoot a little one-hand floater.
Okay, so that's the money shot. Mm-hmm. He has carried them all year. Statistically the best clutch player in the league in the fourth quarter. You have to figure out how to get him isolated enough he can get that shot. The pick by Harrison Barnes is disaster waiting to happen because you've brought Draymond into it. Draymond's been Defensive Player of the Year before.
If I'm playing Milwaukee, I'm not going to call for a pick on somebody that Holiday is guarding. Why would I do that? Or Giannis, why would I call for a guy that I know can defend? You know Draymond can defend.
Yep.
You mentioned he's been Defensive Player of the Year. He's been all defensive team.
Right, so, and he was on a mission yesterday to make up for what he had done in the previous game.
I'm not calling for a pick. Like I said, I believe I'd have went with Monk.
Okay.
And see, Looney is in the game. Looney is in the game. Because Sabonis is in the game. And so you got to have somebody that can get the rebound if he missed, that can keep Loon off the glass. Okay,
and I don't want to kick it inside to Sabonis because I don't trust him.
No.
Okay, all right.
You definitely ain't trust him at the free throw line.
No, you do not trust him at the free throw line.
Wiggins is guarding. Okay. That's probably why he didn't call for the pick on Monk, because Wiggins was guarding Monk. Wiggins was guarding Monk.
All right, okay, I got it. All things considered, I didn't hate the shot that they got. And by the way, he shot it. He shot it pretty well.
Yes.
I can't ask for more. He didn't miss it 3 feet to the right. He didn't. What I always hate is if you just nick the front of the rim and you're just choking because you're coming up short.
Let me ask you a question. When he shot that ball, did you think it was going in?
Yes, I did.
I did not.
You did not?
I did not.
Boy, it was right. It was as true as it could be.
Did you see how he missed the other one?
Okay, well, you could argue that, but I thought it was right on line. I thought it was going to be bottom.
No.
Well, they are very lucky because it was on line. He didn't miss it badly. So in the end, I still think Sacramento played so poorly in the fourth quarter, they had no business even being in the game, but they got to go back home thinking, we just had a shot to go up 3-1.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right.
But they just need to get, you look at Malik Monk's numbers. At home, 25 points, 4.5 rebounds, 2.5 assists. On the road, 10 points, 4.5 assists, 4 rebounds.
Yeah.
He's got to find
the last game he was 1 of 9. At least yesterday he made some shots.
But he's going back home, and he like home cooking.
Hey, and that rookie of theirs who set the rookie record, he finally
showed up.
He finally found his stroke.
Yep. So let's see if he can keep it going at home.
Well, I'm going to say a big yes to that.
This is my favorite series of the first round, guys.
Yes.